How are we all today? I'm a couple of minutes late. Sorry, folks. Let's get it on. Ready? Carry up, Cooknet. We're going to get warm. So star jumps. Go for it. And then forward and back. Let's get the legs moving, the arms moving, the heart pumping, the lungs, breathing. Twisting the body. And then lifting the knee up. 1, 2, front kick. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bouncing on the spot. Lift the knees up a little bit higher. A little bit higher. A little bit higher. And then kick in the butt. Kick your bum. Kick the bum. Where's all the other belts then? And then we're going to go this way. And just scooting over one side, scooting over the other. Lift the knees up again. And then start right foot back, hands up. Let's go jab cross. 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 Switch. Jab cross. And again. Set. Next. That's all. Just all. You go. Your dog. Change stance. Now the 3. Jab, cross, hook. Jab, cross, hook. Let's do it. Ready? Go. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And change stance. 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So we're getting warmer. Shoulders up and back. Okay, stretching out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, control, 6, 7, 8, change, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, change again, this time heel up, 1, dropping the knee, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'll give you legs a shake. And let's see a turning kick. Right foot's back, jumbe. Let's see the right foot come round. But remember, it's all to do with the pivot as well. Your front foot, you've got to rotate and kick. As the big part of the leg comes round, that's the drive. But then you've still got to get the little bit at the end. Yeah, here's the drive, and then smash at the end. So you've got to get the 2 actions in there. 1, drive round, 2, smash it. 2. Yeah, foot back, 3. Back, 4. And back, 5. And back, 6. 7, last one, 8. And change, other leg now, ready? 1, 2, and pivot, 3, drive round, 4, and then snap out, 5, 6, 7, 8. All righty then. So your legs are warm now, eh? Your legs are warm. Let's try this L stance, Marky. L stance is like this. 70-30, 1.5 times your shoulder width. How wide is it? Well, there should only be a couple of fingers width between the 2 feet. So approximately 1 inch. Yeah, 1 inch will do. 2.5 centimeters if you prefer. Right? Between your 2 feet. There's that line and that line. You got about 1 inch between the two of them. This knee bent, so it's in line with your heel. And this knee bent is in line with the ball of the foot. Yeah? Your toes are there, your toes are covered. The ball of the foot as well. So that's your L stance, 70% of the back leg, 30 on the front. And that's how much you bend the knees. Now, so while you're there, let's have a little stretch down. It's not going to be perfect. As you reach forward, it's not going to be perfect, but we are stretching. So try and keep 70 on there as much as you can, and then reach down. We're just trying to open the body a little bit. It's almost like a squat. And then you lean down, right? So you squat low. We're just trying to get these muscles longer. Squat down, L stance, squat down. One more, squat down. This time, over. So this is my back leg. I'm going as much as I can, still 70 on the back leg. Yeah, as much as I can, 70 on the back leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's change. So the lunge is forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the same as we did before. Remember, this is the back leg, this is the front leg. So we're going to go over, try and keep 70 in the back leg. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And up. All right, so hand techniques. We're going to do L stance, knife hand guarding block. Hand comes back. That's a mirror of where it ends up. If you look, the load is the opposite of the fire. Here's the load, here's the aim, fire. Right, so it's the opposite of this, of the load position. Load, aim, fire. Now that's what you can practice from left to right now, or just practice, if you want, just practice from here. Yeah, and parallel stance again. Do 8 on one side, and then we'll do 8 on the other. I'm just going to get you guys on the screen, albeit there. Yeah, I can still see you. I can see you in colour now as opposed to opaque. That's it. So this is the first, as you know, first move of Dangun. L stance, knife hand guarding block. So where your hands finish, covering your solar plexus on the first hand, and the main, this is the main block. This is the primary hand, because this is the actual one that's blocking. This is the opposite reaction and or a guard. Yeah, it's knife hand guarding block. So here's the guard, there's the knife hand guarding block. And then the other side. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, keep it going. Up to 8. Try and get those knife hand guarding blocks in on both sides. If you've done 8 on both sides, now just alternate between the two. Got to put more effort in there, Travis. Come on. Whack those hands out. Bam! You're blocking, so block like you mean you're going to block. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, start from parallel stance though. It's good practice to start from parallel stance. Anything that you do, start in parallel stance and then go. Yeah? Start from parallel stance, then go. Right. So that is the start of Dangun. Now, all the punches in Dangun are high section, you know that. But all the punches, you need to load first. With Dangun, because they're high punches, the hand just comes back. Yeah? You won't bring the hand to the hip in Dangun. It's one of those funny things where the hand doesn't always start from the hip. Dangun is kind of teaching you a different way of punching because it's high section. It makes little sense to go from here down to here to go up to there. So one of the quirks of Dangun is it comes back and fires. Yeah, it comes back, not here, but here. It just comes back from where it is. Here, pull back like a bow and arrow, and then high punch. So that's one of the quirks of Dangun punching. Now you already know from inner forearm block, yeah, that the hand can cross in different ways, and you already know from twin forearm block that the hand doesn't always go back to the hip. And now in Dangun as well, the punch doesn't always start from the hip. So it's funny little things going on here, right? And it doesn't always go back to the hip. So the Dangun punch here. What about this one? From here, twin forearm block, it's the same. Yeah, not the hip. It just comes down to here, about chest level, and fire from the chest. So for Dangun, you start learning some funny things going on here. Yeah, from here, not the hip. You go in back like this. So back to the chest or the armpit, if you like, wherever you want to measure it from. Yeah, so start doing the punches now. You can go first, knife hand guarding block, punch. Then try the other side, knife hand guarding block, and punch. Let me see you do knife hand guarding block and punch. Just take care of your front arms bent. Because this is the block, both hands are bent, look. Yeah? And the fingertips should be at shoulder height, shoulder level. So anybody who's watching this back, what we're doing is from Dangun, yellow belts, knife hand guarding block, and the punch starts from the chest, it doesn't start from the hip. One of these things in Dangun, because it's a high punch, it's going from here. We don't go back to the hip, then up to the sky. We just pull back and fire. Same with Dangun twin forearm block. Back to the chest and punch. And knife hand side strike, well, that's already at the hip. So as you go, it goes forward and then back to the chest, then fire, because it's a high punch. So bear that in mind as well, yeah? So now, twin forearm block. Twin forearm block, back to the chest and fire. Then the other way. Twin forearm block, back to the chest and then fire. So practice that one. Make sure it goes from the chest and fire. That's it, a high punch. I can sense that Travis is either incredibly tired or being a tad lazy. Oh, that was a better one. That's much better effort now. Make sure your two hands go back to the right place, Travis. You've got the hand that goes over the head, but you've also got this one that should be middle. Look, middle. Not drooping down. You shouldn't be like this. It should be up, shoulder height. Maybe anyone that's watching, anybody that's practicing, that's not already doing this, when you practice in front of a mirror. And then you get another view of what you're doing. Because the view from your eyes to your hands isn't always the correct one. Yeah, you're seeing the best possible angle to be the best possible person you can be, which isn't always the best thing. Yeah, because your ego will inflate the answer. It'll go, yeah, that's cool. Look at that, brilliant, that block. When in fact it should be there. Yeah, And the hands, we finish, punch. Make sure you're punching to eye level. And then the last one is when you get back to the other side of Dangun, you're in an L stance knife hand strike. Now the hand's at the hip already, but what happens is it goes forward and back. Yeah, remember we did this. Punch a long time ago. You see the hands don't stay on the hip. They don't go. That's day one punch. That's day one punch. This is day a lot more punch. Yeah, so the hands move. The hands move so that they've got momentum. If they've got momentum, then they'll take less time to hit the target. You get to react quicker and everything. So it's always best to keep moving. Not fidgeting, but moving. It's a different thing. So in Dangun, look, in Dangun, I don't know why my hand's doing that. And this one should be here, yeah? It's the same thing. The hand goes forward and then back. And because it's a high punch, we're going to bring it here. All right, bring it back to the chest. So I'll do it from here. There's a twin forearm block, back to the chest. There's a knife hand side strike, forward and back to the chest. And then fire. Okay, that's the hardest one. You've got to make sure your hand's moving from the start to the finish is moving, bam, and finishes on the target. So knife hand strike, my hands are doing silly monkey. I can't think today. I think that's it. Yeah, okay. I could work out how to do it. From there, forward, back, and high punch. There we go. Good, that's the one. Don't forget the low day and fire. Now, Travis, your body's turning an awful lot. Your body's turning too much. You're kind of punching like this now. Get your body back in line again like you used to do. Yeah, this is correct here. When you're doing a punch, your body should be square facing or full facing. It's the same thing. Keep the belly button forward, yeah? Try again. Knife and side strike, then low aim fire. Boom. I couldn't see, you went off screen then. You've gone off screen. But I think it looked all right. Make sure your belly buttons are different. All right, stop in there. Back to the center of the screen-ish. If we're doing two punches, I'm going to turn slightly at an angle here, all right? 1, 2. So here, I'm just going to practice. See how my hand moves? And then punch. Then the heels up and punch. And my hand's already moving. It doesn't stop dead. It actually carries on moving and tries to keep the momentum going. So when you're doing do-san and you do the wedging block and the kick, you're going to stop, then start and stop again just now, because if you don't, your heel and your hand will be incorrect. What I've learned over the years is to stop everybody 1 and 2 rather than 1, 2, because if you practice 1, 2 fast motion straight away, then your body has a little I know what to do, this is how to do it, and it's wrong. So take everything in small pieces. To build your Lego model, you have to take it piece by piece, yeah? If you're starting from the box, you get a piece by piece. So here's the piece, 1, and then 2. I do Dangun, Do-san, all the patterns above. So take it one step at a time. You can do it from the wedge, that's fine. Kick, load, aim, fire. Then fire. You can try it like that. You can start from the wedge and kick, but make sure you land and punch. And it's a middle punch at this point. This is Do-san we're doing, remember. So your punches might go high accidentally because you were doing Dangun. So make sure your punches are Do-san middle. And watch one more time. I'm going to show you two versions, right? Watch. When I kick and I punch and I go like this, that's called normal motion. But that's not what I did. What I did was kick, land and punch. Then I breathed in and down. Yeah, so I went up, down, whereas you might have gone down, up, down. Because this is fast motion, you just go up, down. That's in Do-san. That's called fast motion. And this is the introduction to fast motion. That's it. Remember to breathe in, breathe out. When you breathe in, when you fill the balloon, it expands. Yeah, you pop the balloon, it shrinks again or bursts. 1 and 2. Don't be tempted to bend that knee. Yeah, it's not the same motion. It's not a normal motion. It's actually a fast motion. That's it. It's much better. Taking your time. 1, 2, 3. Don't forget to count the elephants. The elephants also help. Count the elephants, that'll help. And the other side as well. Don't forget the other side. Wedge, middle front kick, and up, down to the end. Good stuff. Take your time though, Travis, because if you try and rush it, it won't be the best you can do. Up, down. Not down, up, down. Up, down. Make sure you go as high as you can. So it's like this. When you do the kick and you punch, then you have a look over and then down. Yeah, so really lift your heel up off the back. Lift your heel up and then drop down. Not so much forward. You're not leaning forward. You're more lifting up and then dropping down. Right, one more thing to look at, and that is in Do-san. Actually, we'll do Do-san, right? Different stepping. When we've finished, yeah, we've got to do a strike over there. At the end, there's 2 knife hand strikes in Do-san. In Do-san, there's a strike this way, and then you cross the hands and strike. So if you notice there, this one, I'll start from here, look, round, when I come to do this one, my foot doesn't go straight out, my foot should go in an arc and down. So when you're going outward with the foot, I'll turn this way so you can see, my foot will go in an arc. Yeah, so it went like this, smiley face. When I go like this, smiley face. But when it goes in, it's straight. But when it goes out, Do-san. There's another smiley face on the floor. So if I do it this way, I did that. 1, straight, and then arced. My foot went in an arc shape. Do-san. Aro. So just take care of that. That's going to come extra, in other classes, little things like that, extra things like that. You've got the Dangun one, fine. So in the last bit of Dangun, you're here, and your foot comes back, and you pivot on the right foot. That's good, that is. Yeah. I saw it today on your video as well, Marcus. You did it fine, and then show at the end. So in dos han, here, straight and arced. Dos han, then paro, then show. Yeah, that's the last bit of dos han. Whether we're there or not, it doesn't matter. Just you remember things like that. Yeah, you remember little things like that. Okay, let me just check time. Oh, 1/2 on the button. Everything all right with your practicing? Your theory? Theory? Well, yeah, Travis, theory? Maybe not. I hope so. What's it, Imogen? She got the whole thing printed out and stuck it on a door. Go past it, but you could put it on the inside of the toilet door as well. Not the inside of the toilet, Travis, the inside of the toilet door. Yeah? Or wherever you spend most of your time. All right then, so I'll see you next class. Well done. Probably tomorrow, but if not, I'll see you on the Monday. Bye for now. Cheerio.